Okay, so Mickey definitely can't hear me on his headphones.
I can hear you now.
Oh, he can now. Right, you got a dodgy connection. Yeah, it's a crap connection. Right, Mickey's headphones. We got another set of headphones by any chance? Because the jack on Mickey's is not very good. Okay, brilliant. Cheers.
All right. Nice and happy, boys.
Hello and welcome to another Friday Fight Night. We are live on YouTube via the Hatton TV channel, and tonight I can tell you our boxing comes from Walsall Town Hall in the West Midlands. The main event of the evening coming up for you soon will be the Midlands area welterweight title fight between the champion Sean McKervey and the challenger Jason Welborn. The other main event of the evening, of course, the arrival of my sidekick, the former British flyweight champion Mickey Cantwell. Mickey, looking forward to a good evening tonight?
I am, Phil, because you know we're in a traditional town hall, in Walsall, local rivalry. I think it's fantastic. These are the titles that make you prevail you onto becoming like boxing for the British title. So yeah, I think it should be a fantastic night. We've got a great crowd in tonight, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I know it's not a venue you've fought at, but they've had some good boxers down here, down the line. I was looking through the history books. Richie Woodall's fought here in his time, so they've seen some good boxing and some good boxers.
Well, interestingly, I actually saw Richie Woodall box here, so so I've been here before. But like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing the local boys because that's what you need. You need local little shows like this. Keep the boxing going. So it should be a really good night.
Well, talking about the local boys, Martin Gethin, back after 18 months out of the ring, is one of the warm-up bouts for tonight. But as I said, that main event, the Midlands area title fight, is what we'll all be building up to, and we can see what happened when the protagonists met at the weigh-in.
This is the official weigh-in for the Midlands Area Welterweight Championship to be contested tomorrow evening at the Walsall Town Hall between Jason Welborn, the challenger, and the champion, Sean McKervey. First to the scales, Jason Welborn. Jason Welborn, 10 stone, 7 pounds exactly. And your champion, Sean McKervey. Sean McKervey, 10 stone, 6 pounds and 2 ounces. Thanks, gentlemen.
So the weigh-in's done and dusted. Jason Welborn, the challenger. You've got your hands on the belt at the moment, one of them anyway. You want to have 2 tomorrow night, don't you?
Yeah, all going well. I'll be taking this belt tomorrow.
Is it going to be a lively fight for the viewers live on YouTube?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go in and just do what I normally do, and that's it. Of course, do nothing else.
And alongside you, the champion, Sean, as we said when we spoke last week, you're not going to give this up lightly, and you've got both hands yet on your belt, even as we speak at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, don't want to let go of it at all. Worked really hard for it, so I'm going to keep it that way.
And your training camp has still been going well, has it? You still feeling sharp today?
Perfectly well, really good.
The both of you look in really good trim condition, so it really does augur well for a cracking fight tomorrow night, doesn't it?
Yeah, most certainly, yeah. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute great fight for everybody.
Okay, well, we look forward to showing it live on YouTube. Jason Welborn and Sean McKervey, the best of luck to both of you.
Welcome to the Town Hall here in Walsall for an evening of international and championship boxing, brought to you by First Team Promotions in association with Hatton Boxing. And I'd like to take the opportunity to give a warm welcome to all our viewers watching us around the world live and exclusive on youtube.com/Hatton Boxing. All tonight's officials have been appointed by the Midland Area Council of the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative steward is Mr. Martin Flory. Chief Inspector Phil Jones. Inspectors Lee Pruden and Richard Vaughan. Your timekeeper this evening is Mr. Martin Fallon, and your referees in charge of tonight's action are Gareth Morris and Sean Messer. Your first contest this evening, ladies and gentlemen, it's an international lightweight contest. Can you please welcome into the ring from Latvia, Pavel Senkovs.
So all ready to go for this evening. As we said at the start, we're here in the West Midlands, just a few miles northwest of England's second city of Birmingham. This first fighter of the night's come a little bit further. Pavel Senkovs, originally of Latvian descent, now boxers out of Mansfield in Nottinghamshire. Just adding an international flavour to this evening's proceedings. It's a dinner show here in Walsall, so it's a slightly foreshortened card. We've got a couple of warm-up fights and then the main event of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring from Walsall in England, Saquib the Ripper!
And kicking off for the local boys, if you like, Saquib Amir from nearby Walsall in the West Midlands. Got a good round of applause, has his supporters inside the town hall tonight. It's only the third fight of his professional career, so still looking to really make a name for himself. And what better stage than live on YouTube around the globe. Should mention perhaps that our MC this evening is Mr. Noel Ennis, so he'll be in charge of proceedings in the ring between bouts. Just about ready to go. This will be a 4 times 3 minute contest to get the evening underway. We then go up to 6 threes and then the title fight, which will be 10 times 3 minutes for the Midlands area welterweight belt. Terrific venue this, Mickey, isn't it? Looking around, great.
Oh, as you said in the pre-interviews, you know, I come and watched Richard Woodall here many years ago. It's a fantastic arena, you know, got great high ceilings. It's got obviously plenty of tradition. I can imagine the noise volume here will echo really loud when you hear the crowd screaming.
Reminds me a little bit of your call, Bethnal Green, just in terms of the sort of looking up at the ceiling and things and sort of feeling inspired about the place.
Without a doubt, it's that old worldy feeling to it, you know, the old high ceilings, and makes for a great atmosphere.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an international lightweight contest of 4 2-minute rounds. Firstly, introducing to you in the blue corner, he's wearing blue shorts trimmed with white. He weighed in this evening at 9 stone, 7 pounds and 2 ounces. Please welcome from Latvia, Pavel Senkovs. And across the ring in the red corner, wearing black and silver shorts, weighing in this evening at 9 stone, 6 1/4 pounds, from Walsall, Saquib the Ripper!
So the formalities just about complete. Saquib Amir goes by his alias Zach the Ripper. That's how he was announced by the MC, just ramping up the atmosphere inside the arena. Let's see how he rips into Pavel Senkovs. Senkovs is a useful fighter. I think you can fairly apply the tag journeyman to him, but we've seen him box before on Hatton TV, and he can be a stubborn opponent.
Yeah, he's certainly that feel, you know, as we see him before, you know, you can definitely put him in the journeyman class, and we said many times before, these are guys, you know, make up their sport. But he'll give young Amir plenty to think about tonight, and I know Senkovs loses more than he obviously wins, but you can always see him, he's always in great condition, always comes to fight and win. You know, Amir's a young, raw novice in the pro terms compared to Pavel. So interesting to see how he starts his contest off.
Saquib in the black and silver trunks, Senkovs in the blue garb. Interesting what Mickey was saying in terms of their relative experience, because in fact Senkovs is 6 years younger than his opponent, but has already boxed 40 plus times as a pro, whereas Amir, 28 years of age now, but only turned pro earlier this year, and this only his third professional fight. He did box a lot as an unlicensed fighter, and was quite a star in that field. Won an English title actually before joining the paid professional ranks. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes here.
Interestingly, Phil, you know, Amir doesn't mind getting hit with one or two to deliver his own shots. I noticed when he entered the ring, he had a Tyson t-shirt on, and so I'm always intrigued when people wear, you know, of their idols. But he's quite an aggressive kind of guy. I like him. And he's very busy. Head and body, likes to mix it up and down.
Well, I think he makes no bones about the fact that his style is an attacking one, which, from a neutral's perspective, is encouraging. Senkovs taking a little bit of stick there towards the end of that first round. I think a pretty comfortable one for Saquib Amir, just easing himself into the fight. Didn't do too much, but certainly did enough for me.
I thought Senkovs started off really well there, Phil. I thought, you know, he controlled the centre of the ring, used that experience. But as you said, I think Amir kind of up the pace a little bit. But you can see he's more the aggressive kind of fighter. You're going to see a lot of clashes of heads in this contest, I feel. Be interesting how Saquib, you know, paces himself.
It was interesting what Mickey mentioned there just about clashes of heads as well, because one thing you usually get with Senkovs is that he's got real stickability. He's only been stopped a couple of times in his career, but both times because of cuts. So he may just have to be aware of any clashes of heads, particularly above his left eye. It's the danger area in terms of the 2 stoppages he's had in his professional career.
So there again, the heads are coming together. Good right hand there from Amir, over the top.
Amir's at a slight disadvantage looking at the two in terms of height. It would appear that Senkovs has a greater reach, but Amir is getting up there nice and close and unloading 1 or 2 bullets.
I think you see the pattern there. It's going to be Amir trying to force the pace. I'd like to see him move his head a little bit more. You know, he's getting hit with that jab too often. That's better from him, showing a better defence on the back foot.
Yeah, Senkovs, I suppose you would say, is the more technically correct of the two. He's having to do a lot of covering up as Amir really pushes onto the front foot once more and pushes his opponent against the ropes, and the referee just having to step in and separate the two. But Amir is quick out of the blocks again.
The cleaner punches are coming from Senkovs, the straight punches, but it's the hooks from the body and head. That's another good left hook there from Amir. He's certainly the hooker in the contest. You've got Senkovs, the more straighter puncher, the more correct puncher out of the two. I'll tell you, this is a good round. I think quite difficult to score, Phil, for me anyway. It's quite even. Both giving as good as they can take.
Yeah, it's difficult this because you tend, or certainly I tend, to go towards the one who is maybe the more aggressive of the two. As you say, you being a better boxer than me, go for perhaps the more technical fighter of the two, so we shall see. Don't forget, all the way through this evening, by the way, if you want to stay in contact with you, we will welcome your comments through the evening via YouTube or on Twitter using the hashtag Hatton TV. Apparently Super Hoops 15 has been on already. saying he's ready to watch the boxing on Hatton TV. Well, I hope he's more than ready. I hope he's now enjoying it. And I presume he may be, well, who knows, a QPR supporter if he's Super Hoops. We shall have to wait and see. Maybe he's supporting the man in blue and white in the ring here. Senkovs on the receiving end occasionally there. Been in with some good fighters in his time, Senkovs. He's twice fought Reese Roberts, which Mickey and I had the pleasure of watching.
Yeah, young talent up there from Bury. That's it. Amir's come out firing here. I think he's been told to up the pace. So that's what I mean, them straight shots from
certainly.
Senkovs is getting through.
And Amir is rough around the edges in terms of his technique. You can see that there's plenty of power there. Looks to be in good condition. But technically, certainly there are areas he can work on. And maybe that'll come with experience. Like I said, this is only his third professional fight. He's a bricklayer by trade. Had a recent split with his trainer as well, Andy Flute, which probably hasn't helped his preparation. Now has Errol Johnson in his corner.
He's a good man to have in your corner, Errol Johnson. Andy Flute, former middleweight champion from the Midlands as well. So he's been around good men. He's obviously learned the trade this way. He's certainly forcing the pace this round, having a lot of success. Head in the body, look, he favours the body, Phil.
Senkovs is desperately trying to cover up there on the ropes. Trapped in his own corner for a while. Signs perhaps of a cut opening up above Senkovs' eye.
He keeps stabbing at it, Phil. I noticed, begin this round, he was. It's just them heads coming close together.
Yeah, well, he certainly has had problems in that area in the past, as I alluded to earlier.
But the referee's given been good to him, let me get on there and try and fight on the inside.
A little bit of work to be done then in the blue corner in this interval. 3 rounds down. Just getting to that cut, which is above the right eyebrow, almost on the right eyebrow.
Yeah, well noticed, Phil. He was dabbing at it in between a round. But I think the aggression, Saquib Amir, forcing the pace here, we see. I mean, the heads rubbing together. He
did get in a couple of good body shots there as well.
He did, listen, there's no intent with that at all. That's just the way he fights. He's not a dirty fighter. It's just the way, he's aggressive. And that's the way he doesn't move his head an awful lot. So, they're going to be head clashes. But he threw some beautiful left hooks in the body in that round. I think he's fully in charge here, going into the 4th and last round. It's been a good first 3 rounds of the evening, Phil.
Well, here we go then, last 3 minutes to decide the winner of this evening's opening contest at the Walsall Town Hall. Watching international boxing, championship boxing from the West Midlands, live on YouTube via the Hatton TV channel. Incidentally, talked about some of the people Senkovs been in the ring with. Saquib Amir in his time as an amateur boxed Birmingham's Commonwealth gold medalist Don Broadhurst, so he's got some pedigree and drawing on it here now to put the Latvian-born man under pressure early on in the 4th.
He's certainly applying a lot of good pressure, Amir, but I noticed on the ropes for about 20-25 seconds. He needs to give himself a little bit more space, Phil. Come out half a yard and have a look where he's putting his shots. Because he's smothering his work. It's good work, but he's just smothering it a little bit. That's something he can learn, though. Again, he's gained their meds. It's good work there from Amir, though. Busy hands.
Yeah, there's no question he's thrown a lot more punches than his opponent. They haven't all landed in the correct places, but certainly the intent is there from Amir. Looks to take every fight by the scruff of its neck.
It looks like he's just warming up to me. I can imagine, get him into 6 and 8 round fights. That would suit his style. You can see he's really warming.
He's got Senkovs trapped on the ropes above us again, but like Mickey said, maybe just needs to give himself room to really make these punches count. Senkovs is almost egging him on at times. Referee finally has to step in.
He's certainly got the armour about him. You know, he's got the shots, got the head movement. He's certainly going to be a crowd pleaser.
Well, it is Saquib Amir who gets the verdict from the referee. Stirring contest to start the evening. But as Mickey said, perhaps more to come from Saquib Amir if he can get some fights over slightly longer distance. He certainly looks in good shape. He looks like he could easily go 6 or 8 rounds. And well, he's done enough there just to alert people to his potential.
I like him, Phil. I think he's got a lot about him. He certainly suits the pro game. And in Senkovs, you know, he tries, like I said in the beginning, he always comes to try and win. Very technically, very good. Unlucky, you know, I think that clash of heads, that little cut over his eye, hopefully that won't keep him out of work too long. But I like this young man, Amir. I think we can see a lot more of him. I'd like to see him over that longer distance.
So he takes his record to 2 wins and the 1 defeat. A good bounce back, I suppose, tonight for him. Lost on points last time out against Dan Naylor. That was also here in Walsall, incidentally. There will come a time, of course, when he'll have to try and ply his trade a little further from home, and that's always a good test of a boxer as well, not just fighting on home turf. But a good night's work for Saquib Amir, and I think we can get the official verdict any minute now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, your referee, Gareth Morris, scores this contest 40 points to 36 points in favour of your winner from Hales Owen, Saquib. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your appreciation, please, this young man from Latvia, Pavel Senkovs.
So despite the brave showing from Senkovs, the referee gave every round to Saquib Amir. I'm sure he'll be very pleased with his evening's work and fresh from his victory. He's ringside for a word with Mickey Cantwell.
With Saquib Amir, pleased with that performance?
Yeah, I only had about 3 weeks to prepare, like, really. So, like, I just done my best I could. You know what I mean?
With Senkovs, you know, he's experienced, he's had a lot of fights, but you see,
I didn't know that much about him, to be honest. But I only had 3 weeks' notice. So.
I said in commentary, I thought you warmed into the contest. I believe you could do 6-8 rounds quite easily.
Yeah, I probably could. Like, I done a 6 round at my last time around.
You've got a real nice aggressive style. I noticed you wore the Mike Tyson t-shirt. Is that your idol?
Yeah, definitely. I'm Mike. And I like Ricky Hatton as well, like, so to work down to the body, like, you know.
Well done tonight, good performance, well done.
Thank you very much, mate. Thanks.
Just a quick reminder that we welcome your comments during this evening's programme. Do get in touch with us, we'll read out as many as we can. Of course, you can get in touch via YouTube or using Twitter via the hashtag Hatton TV. And like I say, we will try to read out as many messages as we can during the evening's boxing. Just awaiting the arrival of the boxers in the second bout of the evening. This will be a nervous time for Martin Gethin, incidentally, behind the scenes, making his comeback after some 19 months out of the ring, and doing so in his hometown.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest this evening is an international welterweight contest. Can you please welcome into the ring from Poland, Arek Malek.
to the ring. Comes from Jaworno in Poland, which is in the southern part of the country, quite close to Katowice, for those of you who know your Polish geography. If you don't know it too well now, you may in a year or so's time, when they're hosting the Euro 2012 Football Championships, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, from Walsall, Martin Gethin!
So it's welcome back, really, to Martin Gethin, one of 3 professional boxers in the family. Brothers Darren and Steve also ply their trade in the boxing ring. But this is a very satisfying ring walk, I'm sure, for Martin Gethin, one which at one stage he may have doubted he'd ever make again, after a serious back injury threatened his career and has kept him out of boxing since April of last year. He's a 2-time former English lightweight champion, and he's back in the ring and ready to go this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an international welterweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. Firstly, introducing to you in the blue corner, he's wearing red shorts trimmed with white. He weighed in this evening at 10 stone, 2 pounds, 2 ounces, from Poland, Arek, Malek! And across the ring in the red corner, wearing sky blue shorts, he weighed in this evening at 10 stone and 4 pounds. He's your very local lad from Walsall, Martin Gethin!
A rousing reception, as you'd expect, for the hometown boy. Like I say, he's had to overcome quite a few demons, quite a few doubts, which must have crept in over the weeks and months, and at times he was flat on his back in a hospital bed, awaiting a cure to this back problem which has plagued him for so long. But hopefully surgery has finally done the trick, and Martin Gethin can get back to something like his best. Injury really cost him a shot at a British title, and he's hoping to get back to that kind of standard again. So that would mean the likes of Anthony Crolla in his sights long term. But for the moment, he's only looking at a comeback win against Arek Malek.
Yeah, very interesting, Phil. There he goes. As you said, it must have been so nervous. You know, it's a big step for him, just getting himself back in condition, letting him fight. It's great to see him back. He looks in tremendous shape himself. But so does Arek Malek. I noticed, you know, in the pre-introductions, the man from Poland looks in tremendous shape as well.
Malek sporting his national colours, red and white. And Gethin in the sky blue trunks. Gethin incidentally celebrated his 28th birthday just a couple of days ago, so he'll be looking to give himself a present here with a comeback victory.
Just boxing within himself, taking his time, getting his jab off.
He's had quite a few championship fights as Gethin, so he's used to going the longer distance, 10 rounds. But 6 rounds will be a good test for him on his comeback, I'm sure. See how his lungs are towards the end of this contest, if he goes deep into the fight.
It's certainly the right contest for him. Yeah, as you can see, he's got silky boxing skills. Just taking his time, picking his shots. Looking comfortable, he looks really well. Showing good head movement. Showing a good variety as well, Phil, up and down. Look at him, he looks so smooth. It's good to see him back.
Malek, for his part, looks pretty well organised. Hasn't shown too much offensively so far. He's happy to cover up for the most part.
Martin Gethin just going for his repertoire punches, but not punching too hard. Got caught with a jab there himself.
It's a test of the memory bank as much as of the muscles for Martin Gethin tonight.
Occasionally getting caught with a jab though.
Gethin looking fairly unflustered. I'm sure there must have been some butterflies. He appears to be feeling his way into the contest fairly successfully. Malek just showing a bit more adventure though, as I say that.
He's been boxing lovely. That beautiful jab from Martin Gethin. I'm sure he'd be delighted with that first round.
Well, I'm sure it's just a huge relief to be back in boxing for him. He must have played that 3 minutes over and over in his mind several times and just wondered what it might be like. Well, now he knows. Not exactly back with a bang, but back fairly smoothly, I think. No hitches there for him.
Showed a classy jab in that first round, Phil. Interestingly, we know, I don't know if you noticed, but he's actually standing up in the corner. I wonder if that's anything to do with his back. He probably thinks I'd like to keep my back straight, you know, not to get those spasms.
Yeah, it's a good spot. He's.
I wonder if, as the contest goes on, you know, he would do the same thing.
That's one for us to keep an eye on. The stool is there, but he's certainly not used it after that first round. Just time for me to give a quick shout out to Low Blow, who sent us in a message which is quite simple. It says, "Go Gethin, British champ soon." Well, we shall see. I'm sure he's not looking that far ahead just yet, but I know that's the kind of goal he set himself.
Well, he certainly did deserve a British title shot before his injury, Phil, and that's where he wants to be at. He's a class operator, as we've seen in the first round, and he's certainly started the second round off exactly the same tempo. That beautiful double jab. I'd say he's really pleasing, as we said before, that's the word you use, pleasing on the eye.
He's one of those fighters you'd describe almost like his shorts. They're nice and silky, and so's his style.
He's got an excellent jab. And any boxers, any young fighters watching on YouTube tonight, you know, have a look at his jab. He's been well schooled.
And he's got good quick feet as well, which just help him to get out of any trouble when he needs to. It's being fought in a very good spirit, this one already, you can see, as well as mutual respect between the two.
It's interesting, Arek Malek just likes to demand the centre of the ring. You know, look, he's got a big back and big arms. Looks a strong character. Gethin's actually working on the outside, working round him. Again, nice variety from Martin now.
Malek's been in the ring with some really good guys. Colin Lines, the British welterweight champion, and he took Willie Lemond to the distance. 6 rounds in Glasgow in June of this year. Lamond, who fights Anthony Crolla next weekend. So he's no stranger to tough competition, is Arek Malek.
That alone tells you, you know, he's that kind of character that'll be here all night, Phil, isn't he? You can see, you know, he's in, as I said before, look at the shape of him. He's in top condition.
He looks more like a swimmer than a boxer. I don't mean that unkindly. It's just his body shape. It's almost like a V shape. He's really well conditioned, big shoulders.
Yeah, big arms. You can tell he's tough. He's found a good body shot there. Gethin.
Gethin's having to take a bit of punishment there.
He's certainly livened up. All of a sudden, he's ignited. Malek, I think he got fed up with that jab sticking in his face. Gethin's got a favour. You see now he's looking for the left hook to the body. He's certainly warming up, Phil, now.
Yeah, Malek perhaps just feeling there's a window of opportunity there. If he can get a couple of those body shots in, just take the wind out of Gethin's sails. Gethin, as Mickey pointed out, opting to stand up again between the rounds. Maybe that does hark back to the back problem.
There's that body shot, and he followed up with that, you know, being aggressive. He obviously sees the opening. Be interested to see how Malek comes out for the 3rd round. Last 15 seconds of that round, Phil, we had a lot of success. Martin Gethin was in control for more than 3/4 of that round. But now, we could have a real fight in our hands.
Malek won his last fight back in his homeland of Poland. In fact, his recent wins have been in Poland. Hasn't won on British soil for a long time, actually. Looking back at his record, back to 2004, his last victory in England, but plenty in between in Poland. So maybe doesn't travel quite so well, but just at the end of that second, showed some signs that he could pose a danger to Martin Gethin.
I notice Arek Malek's looking to feint now, try and get his shots off. He's looking to give him something to think about. I think this is the right tactics from Martin, though. Keep busy, you know, make Malek think about it before he... Again, that jab dictating from Gethin. Oh, good right hand there, though, from the man from Poland.
They just sneaked that one through Gethin's defences. I say it'd be no surprise at all if there are some signs of ring rustiness from the Walsall man. It's all very well doing your preparation in the gym to make a comeback, but there's no substitute for experience in the ring, and he's got to go a long way back to draw upon that.
He's just got to be smart, do what he's doing, just box within himself, use them nice skills. But you can tell the man from Poland fancies the job a bit more. He's edging forward all the time, Phil. He's looking to get off the big shots. But every time Gethin hits him with a shot, he moves his feet. And I think there's that wild right hand over the top from Malek. You can tell he's just edging forward all the time, Phil. You know, you watch.
I think he's spotted a couple of opportunities, either with a right hand to the body of Gethin, or as you say, that straight right over the top as well.
So when Gethin's doing this, boxing smart, Arek Malek doesn't have many answers. But when Gethin slows the pace down, there's the left hook again. He doubled it up.
Gethin, incidentally, has fought and won in his hometown before. At this venue against Michael Medor, and at the football stadium just a few miles away, the Bescott Stadium. I'd love to delight his hometown boxing fans tonight, but really a win of any kind after so long away would do.
Getting back to his boxing, he got a little bit untied a little while ago. But Gethin getting back to his boxing.
A good end to the round for Martin Gethin. End of the third, halfway through this scheduled 6 times 3 minute lightweight contest. Still he stands to attention in his corner, whereas Malek opts for the more conventional stool, just gulping in air. Malek, you can see there, getting some joy with that right hand over the top. Just a couple more mentions. Thank you very much. Keep the messages coming in. Dreadlocks87, apparently the first on YouTube. He's watching in Oldbury. And a couple of shout-outs for Steve P, Oasis Forever. Is that Raggy UK in Coventry? And Robert Waterman in London. So thank you all for your messages. Keep them flowing. Mickey Cantwell's a dab hand with all this modern technology stuff, you know.
Talking to the wrong man.
I always said he was a twit.
Very good, very good. Lucky you got them headphones on, mister. Okay,
yeah, you'll notice I pick my fights. He's about a foot shorter than me. Anyway, back to the real action. Gethin starting the fourth smoothly again.
Showing good head movement there. Martin Gethin on the ropes. Oh, that right again there. Took it well, Gethin. Come firing back with his own shots.
And Malek's face is just starting to redden a little bit under the lights. Just indicating that he's taken a little bit of punishment from that left jab in particular of Gethin. There's no question that Malek's had his moments already in this fight, particularly with the right hand. Gethin needs to be careful. Good right that time from Gethin.
Showing a good repertoire of punches here, Gethin, looking really classy. Now he's blocking the left hook to the body this time. He's aware of that shot. Getting his arm down there, he's blocked it again. Comes firing back with that spearing left jab.
Well, it wouldn't be surprised if it's taken Gethin just a few rounds to really warm to his task. But as Mickey was saying, his defences look a little sharper now. Shortage of encouragement ringside for Martin Gethin. Just getting a little untidy at times. We're in the fourth round of a scheduled 6. Remember, it's Gethin, the local lad from Walsall in the sky blue shorts, the Pole Arek Malek in red and white.
All this mauling suits Malek. I think he's quite happy up close, not even working. And you can see here again, Gethin showing classy punches. Another good round now. And Martin Gethin notice his smile for the first time in the contest at the end now.
Yes, that was clear to see, a broad grin across his face as he touched gloves with his opponent at the end of that fourth round. An indication that Gethin was happy with his work. Malek on the defensive for most of that 3 minutes. Malek, incidentally, looking through his record, has now boxed in 12 different European countries. As going through the list of them, it's a pretty impressive one. The Ukraine, the UK, Hungary, Finland, Italy, Ireland, Slovakia, Germany, Switzerland, Poland, Belgium and France. It's bit like a European finance minister's tour, that.
Very impressive, Philip. But it's great though, isn't it? You know, you can, being a boxer or in any sport, you can travel the world to do what you love doing and visit all these different countries. I just love that as an amateur, Phil, getting the opportunity to box abroad. Go to countries you would never ever visit. And I'm sure Arek Malek's the same. But he obviously seems to love coming to England, and Britain, Scotland to box.
Also shows that promoters around Europe are happy to have him on their shows because he's a durable character. He's not going to fold after a couple of minutes or so and leave the punters feeling that they've been robbed.
No, well said, and I think that value for money kind of thing, and that's what he certainly is.
Martin Gethin, incidentally, in the past has fought at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on the same bill as John Murray back in 2007. So he's got some experience from overseas to draw upon as well.
Good right hand, took a good right hand there from Malek.
Well, I suppose you don't get to become an English champion without being able to take a punch or two on the way.
I remember him at pointing, there's Higginson, over 10 rounds. It was a real frantic pace. And he was superb that night. I tell you, it's great to see him back with his silky skills. Such a pleasure to watch. But he's getting a good test here tonight, that's what he needs, especially after having that injury in his back.
He's ended a few good unbeaten records in his time as well. Nadim Siddiqui was beaten by Gethin, which saw the end of his 100% record. Same of John Fuchs.
That was a good performance against Fuchs, because Fuchs was flying at the time. They was talking about him, possibly becoming British champion. Remember that result? That was quite a shock, within the sport. But it shows how talented this guy is.
Only real blot on his copybook was when he lost his English title to Scott Lawton. Incidentally, the only time he's been stopped in his career. And of course, he did bounce back to win that title back against Higginson, as Mickey mentioned earlier. Coming to the end of the fifth. Looks like he's going to get a good 18 minutes under his belt here.
Notice the pace has slowed down a bit in this round, Phil. I suppose you can expect that. On Gethin's part, he's not breathing at all. I noticed Arek Malek was breathing very heavily back in the corner there.
Just a signpost for the main event, the Midlands area welterweight title fight, which is coming up next, featuring the champion, Sean McKervey. And on that note, we've had a message in from Laurie and Jordan saying, "Come on, Uncle Sean, we're watching on Hatton TV and ready to cheer you on." Well, you won't have too long to wait for Uncle Sean, because he's up next, defending his belt against the challenger Jason Welborn. But before that, we've got to decide the winner of this lightweight contest. England against Poland. Walsall against Jaworzno. Martin Gethin in the light blue trunks. Marek in red and white.
Gethin starting off this last round. A good cluster of punches. It's great though, feeling it, these small hall shows, they keep the sport alive, don't they? And tonight we've already witnessed two really good contests.
Yeah, terrific venue this. Mentioned earlier that Richie Woodall fought here back in 1991. And there's just an atmosphere about the place which says boxing, kind of heritage about it.
It's getting a little bit scruffy. Malek leaning all over Gethin, trying to buy a bit of time. I think he's feeling the pace.
I was going to say, you wouldn't be surprised if Gethin was running out of steam a little bit, but if anything, it seems to be the other way round. It's Malek here who's quite happy to just hold on in the corner, buy himself a few seconds rest. Gethin really warming to the task now.
So Gethin's up the ante, he's up the pace. He's going for the gears now. Good shots from him. I like the way he throws his shots, Field. He steps out and comes back, especially that nice right hand. He will be absolutely delighted with his performance tonight.
Well, it's been a long road back for him, but I'm sure he'll feel it's all worthwhile.
This will be interesting as well, you know. You've got the strong pole leaning all over him. You know, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how he wakes up tomorrow with that back. You know, them big left hooks have gone into his body.
A little bit more work for the referee to do towards the end of the contest as it just gets a little ragged round the edges, but Gethin still sticking to his boxing principles. Welborn just to keep his head up.
Good punches there, good head movement. Gethin slipping the shots.
Gethin actually looking better and better the longer the fight goes.
It suits him, Phil, doesn't it? He's a real class operator.
Well, I guess that's one thing about his style. It's kind of minimum of wasted effort. Big hug between the two, no surprise. Martin Gethin's fists lifted to the skies, and what a sweet, sweet moment that is for a man who, well, at one stage must have wondered whether he would ever box again. But he has done, and he's back, and back with a win.
Was a fine display from him, Phil. I'm sure he will be absolutely elated with that. Coming through so many, as you said, the barriers of the injury, but he boxed so well, Phil, didn't he? He was a joy to watch. Very classy. Loved that jab of his. You know, the variety of his punches. As you can see in the last round, up and down, picking his shots. Showed a great engine.
Even having a little joke with one or two of his mates in the crowd now about the bad back, Martin Gethin. But he appears to have come through it completely unscathed. And to the delight of his hometown supporters, he's a winner in the boxing ring once more.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, your referee scores this contest 60 points to 54 points in favour of your winner from Walsall, Martin Gethin. Ladies and gentlemen, an appreciation, please. This young lad came all the way from Poland, Arek Malek.
So again, performance from the pole, but no match for Gethin, who took every round in the end, and he's with Mickey Cantwell now.
Martin, firstly, how's the back?
Right, man, it's good. I enjoy it. Loved it.
You put on a fantastic performance tonight. You boxed beautiful at times. You know, it must have been a worry, obviously having the operation, coming back. Tell us how you actually feel.
Well, to be honest, I thought, like, I went a bit sloppy, sluggish sometimes, like, but I sort of picked it up in the end. I was getting myself sharper and ready for coming back as well. I was training hard as well, like, but coming back and doing that, I felt good. I never felt tired, like. But I just didn't want to give it that beat in case I tore myself out and I couldn't put up a finish good as well, like. So.
You certainly made all your fans really happy. Yeah. But I must say, I noticed in the corner, you stood up for every round. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, I feel I get too. My legs started going tired when I sit down, so I just stand up and keep them more fresh and keep them ready to go back in. I don't like to. I used to sit down at the start, but I don't do it no more. I just keep standing up all the time. So.
obviously you're back, you know, one step at a time, but obviously you're looking to get your English title back surely.
Yeah, English title or British, whatever comes. I'm first like whatever comes. So I'm just gonna obviously get back in the gym, get myself in shape and that line, and ready for whatever comes next.
Well done tonight. It's great to have you back and a fantastic performance.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Championship Boxing. For the Midland Area Welterweight title, please welcome into the ring, the challenger from Rowley Regis, Jason Welborn.
Good old-fashioned local derby feel about this one. It's a Midlands dust-up for the area welterweight title, and the challenger here, Jason Welborn, travels with great expectations. He's actually the nearer of the two to this venue tonight here in Walsall, coming from Tividale in the West Midlands. 25 years old and full of confidence on what is the biggest stage he has stepped onto so far in his pro career. Not quite into double figures in terms of fights, but a chance of his first belt, and he wants to try and grab it with both hands if he can. Fairly relaxed about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring the Midland Area Welterweight Champion from Coventry, Sean McKervey.
For the champion, who doesn't intend giving up his belt lightly. plenty of fans with him along the M6 from Coventry. Sean McKervey, who won the belt in his home city by beating Kevin McCauley, determined to cling on to it tonight against Jason Welborn. Managing to spin out the ring walk, enjoying every moment. Must be slightly marked below his right eye already. I wonder if that was from intense sparring in preparation for the fight. McKervey fan club just ramping up the volume.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Championship Boxing for the Midland Area Welterweight title. A contest of 10 3-minute rounds. Firstly, introducing to you in the blue corner, the challenger. Wearing black and silver shorts. He weighed in yesterday at 10 stone and 7 pounds. He comes to the ring with a professional record of 8 contests, 7 wins with only 1 loss from Rowley Ridges, Jason Welborn. And across the ring in the red corner wearing white shorts trimmed with green. He weighed in yesterday 10 stone, 6 pounds and 2 ounces. Comes to the ring with a professional record of 14 contests, 8 wins, 4 losses and 2 draws from Coventry. He's the current Midland Area welterweight champion, Sean McKervey.
So Dudley's Sean Messer in charge of this title fight, giving the boxers their final instructions ahead of a scheduled 10 rounds to determine who will be the Midlands Area Welterweight champion. Sean McKervey holds that honour at the moment. Jason Welborn trying to dethrone him tonight. McKervey, the southpaw with the white trunks, green trim, and Welborn orthodox stance in the black and silver trunks.
The atmosphere's certainly gone up a few notches, Phil, hasn't it, with this title contest?
Interesting to see how Welborn goes against the southpaw. Says it's no problem to it. He's fought southpaws before. He's spent a lot of time working on it in training.
Yeah, he certainly started off okay. Normally takes you 1 or 2 rounds to get, fathom it out. But he looks really comfortable, Welborn. Interesting to see McKervey being a champion, how much more confidence that's given him, being the title holder. As you rightfully said, he's got quite a mark's eye coming in this contest. Obviously carrying on sparring quite late.
Coming under a little bit of pressure early on there from Welborn, but he'll get a talking to from the referee because he's definitely holding his opponent and bringing him on to hit him with the other fist. And that wasn't going to get past Sean Messer. Some real bravado here from Welborn, who's
he really
mixing it up early.
He really fancies doing a job here early. McKervey looks all over the place. Just looks more uncomfortable.
McKervey didn't know he was going to be in a fight tonight. He does now, as the challenger really has the bit between his teeth.
He looks incredibly strong. Jason Welborn looks in tremendous condition. He looks bigger than a welterweight. Look at his body feel.
Well, he came in bang on the weight limit of 10 stone 7, which suggests a perfect preparation.
He's really come out here firing in this first round, especially now he's got 10 rounds ahead of him. He obviously fancies the job.
Got to be careful he doesn't get caught. Good left from McKervey there.
I think he just took McKervey by surprise, but McKervey's now getting his own jab off. Maybe he's seen that mark under his eye and noticed his right eye could be closing. McKervey, the champions.
Well, what a start this is. If you're expecting a little bit of shadow boxing at the start of a potential 10-rounder, forget it, because these two are at it hammer and tongs right from the start.
Good uppercut there from
McKervey turning the tables in the neutral corner. What a stunning opening round. Well, ringside, the fans are on their feet. The boxers are on their stools, taking a well-earned rest after 3 minutes of non-stop action. If it carries on like that for 10 rounds, well, it really will be something.
This shows what this Midlands area title means to both men. Welborn come out, didn't show no respect. I mean that in a nice way for the champion McKervey. And I think McKervey just got a little bit rattled because we didn't expect that, knowing you're 10 rounds. But in all fairness to McKervey, he got himself together at the end, Phil. Started to use that nice right-hand jab. Be interested to see how the second round goes, if the pace settles or they both go gung-ho.
I'll tell you what, I was having a close look at the referee. I think he was enjoying a well-earned rest there as the
I bet he's
sat down for a bit. But
he's probably not worked this ever so hard.
Tell you what, it's got the crowd going as well, this one already.
It certainly has. Remember the last area title fight me and you see? Elephant Castle.
Absolute humdinger that one.
Funny enough, welterweight title as well. And that was, wasn't it? Like this. Welborn looking at the centre of the ring, looking to get his jab off. McKervey looking. Showing lateral movement, trying to get his own jab to work. I just get the impression, the way Jason Welborn stands himself, he's looking ready to throw the bombs.
Yeah, like you say, McKervey was almost taken by surprise in that first round. Maybe now he knows what's coming his way. He's perhaps a little bit better equipped to deal with it. We shall see. Welborn, incidentally, no stranger to quick finishes. He launched his pro career with a victory inside the first round, 1 minute 43 seconds against Jamie Ambler. So he can provide the bombs.
He's boxing smart here though, Welborn, I tell you. He's getting his jab off. It's quite unusual against Southpaw to actually get a jab off. But McKervey cutting the ring down. Oh, he's been caught with a right hand, Phil.
Yeah, it was a good shot there by Welborn. McKervey really felt that one, you can tell. It rocked him, and he's just struggling a little bit here.
I tell you, Welborn's looking to walk him down. You can tell he's looking for the big punches. But McKervey's coming back with his own shots. I don't think his legs are steady, Phil.
There's a moment there when he really did take time to try and settle himself, and Welborn here looks like he's just putting his foot to the floor. These are anxious moments for the champion.
That's what he's got to do. McKervey's got to keep him busy on the end of that jab. That way Welborn's got to think about what he's doing.
Got to try and weather the storm here, McKervey.
He's hurt him again. I think he's punching too hard for the champion. But give the champion his due, he's coming back with a good jab.
Tell you what, smart footwork from the ref there to get out of the way.
Oh, good jab from Welborn.
Oh, he's hunting his man down here.
I tell you, He's done him again with a big left hook. McKervey must be in great condition to take these big shots.
Yeah, he's soaked up some good hits already.
This doesn't look steady though, Phil.
No, there's a look of real concern on his face. And Sean McKervey will be very, very glad to hear that bell at the end of the second. It's been a tough 2 rounds for the champion. And it's definitely advantage to the challenger at the moment. Of course, things can change quickly in boxing, but Sean McKervey's got a long way to come back here to cling on to his title.
You can see the side, when you look at them close on the screen, look at how big Welborn
Almost looks like a mismatch
yeah.
in terms of the weights, doesn't he? He's in terrific condition, is Welborn, and he really does pack a punch. And Sean McKervey's been on the receiving end more than once already. Got to dig deep in his reserves now. How much does he want to keep that title?
I think the way he's got to keep it is, you know, to get that nice southpaw jab off. He's got to give Welborn plenty to think about, because Welborn has got no respect for his man, and he's just coming out here and wanting to rip this title away from Sean McKervey.
Well, it's great entertainment. There's no question about that. Reminder that it's the champion in the white trunks with the green trim, and Jason Welborn, the challenger, in the dark, spangly trunks.
McKervey looking to take the play away from Welborn, looking to dictate. That's what he's got to do.
He's trying to take centre ring now, McKervey, but Welborn's not letting him get away with it.
That's better from McKervey. Nice punt, good jab. That's a good jab from him. Oh, left hook.
Oh, what a terrific shot by Jason Welborn, and McKervey lifted off his feet, crashed down on the canvas. I don't know that he's coming back from this. We'll have to see how his legs are.
He's gone, Phil. The referee should stop it. The referee should stop it.
Well, he's in trouble now, and Welborn surely he's going to finish it. Can't see this going too much further. He's down again. It's all over.
He should have stopped it the first time, Phil. His legs were gone. He's gone. Referee, stop it, please.
No way back. No way back for Sean McKervey. And discretion, the better part of valour in the end. The contest had to end there, and look at the scenes of celebration in Jason Welborn's camp. A sensational performance. He has quite literally ripped the belt away from the champion.
I tell you, the security didn't get all this, Phil, because the crowd have gone absolutely ballistic. A tremendous performance. We don't need his supporters spoiling it. He's trying to slow him down. I loved it. It was a great left hook to put the champion down in the first place.
Like you say, Mickey, it was one of those that perhaps the referee let it go on a bit too long, because the first punch effectively won the contest. That was the second which really did finish it. But to be honest, McKervey was out on his feet, what, 20 seconds or so before that.
He showed immense bravery, the champion, and I suppose the referee's got to give the champion the benefit of the doubt. But I just felt up close. We could see his legs had betrayed him a little bit. It's sad really, because McKervey come out that third round boxing really, really well.
I'm sure he sort of looked into his eyes and asked him if he was ready to continue,
boxing
but
well,
this is the shot.
This is the first shot, the left hook that comes over Phil. Boom. And McKervey was having a bit of success then, so you can't blame him. He's walked onto one.
Yeah, it's strange, because actually the start of that round, he looked almost the best he had done in the contest.
Yeah,
he seemed like he'd come out with a plan to counter Jason Welborn.
But you see from the off, Phil, Welborn, he'd come in with bad intention. You know, I said about his physique, he looked 2 times bigger than the champion, and you could just tell, even when he was getting out of box at times, cut him, he didn't bother him, because he felt he had the power to, or the equaliser, they say, and he actually proved that. Sensational 3 rounds. Just hope the champion's okay, the ex-champion.
Yeah, strange really. Look at Welborn's record. As I say, had that sensational start to his pro career. Another KO victory in 3 rounds followed. But actually, his last 5 wins have all been on points. So congratulations to all those opponents for sticking with him, because He clearly is a man who, when he wants to get on with things, has the power to deliver. Plenty of tools in his toolbox, as they say.
The thing is, Phil, you need power at championship level. He's proved that. And I'll tell you something now, you're going to hear a lot about this man, Jason Welborn. I'll tell you, the welterweights in Britain better watch out, because this young man's coming.
And a shout out for Twinny Sai, who said good first round, going for it, Welborn. Well, even better third round and all over. Well, what a way to announce himself on the big stage. Jason Welborn been really looking forward to this evening, felt that he was coming to his peak, age 25, that this was the time to announce himself as a boxer on a big stage, and no better place to do it than here in Walsall in front of a live audience on YouTube, and he really has put on a show tonight.
It's good to see Sean McKervey back on his feet.
I'm sure there was genuine concern. The doctors had a look at the beaten champion, but he does appear to be okay, and that's good to see.
Great sportsmanship.
No hard feelings at the end of it from Jason Welborn.
26 seconds of the third round. Your referee, Sean Messer, has stopped this contest with Sean McKervey in no condition to defend himself. I give you your winner and the new Midland Area welterweight champion from Rowley Regis, Jason Welborn.
Both fists aloft in triumph.
You know what's nice? I just noticed that looking at Sean McKervey's wife, and she was like even clapping in the corner, you know, and even his supporters were clapping Jason Welborn's victory. That's tremendous. You know, area titles, these are what make you. And you know, Sean McKervey's been a great champion, but he's passed the baton on to a younger, fresher man. I think we're going to see a lot of Phil in the future.
Well, that's a feeling you'll know when you get that first title belt around your waist. Must be a great moment for him.
It certainly is. And now, and all of you viewers watching on YouTube, that elevates you, that qualifies you to the top 10 for a British title shot. And that's what it means to these guys. I'm not saying he's ready for that yet, because I don't think he is. But it certainly qualifies him, and it means that he can actually go for a British title now.
Yeah, worth reiterating, only his 9th fight as a professional here this evening, so it's still something of a fledgling career. Already he has a belt to take home, put on the mantelpiece, or wherever else he wants to do with it. For the moment, Jason Welborn just happy to raise it above his head and milk the moment, enjoy the applause from all the people who've come to see him in Walsall tonight. And in a moment, hopefully, we'll try and grab a word with the new champion. But a terrific end to this evening's boxing, an explosive end to the shortened 3-bout card we had for you tonight. Doctors just doing their final checks to make sure that Jason is okay at the end of his endeavours. And with a bit of luck, the promoter, PJ Rowson, shepherding him towards our cameras, and we can grab a word with, I'm sure, a very, very happy new champion.
And the new, how does it feel?
Feels great, man. All the hard work's paid off now, and I've done all my hard training. I'm with the right people now, so hopefully there's plenty more of these to come.
Getting a title opportunity, you know, not far from home, obviously a dream come true. But what was interesting to us, you know, you didn't get no respect for, like, you know, Sean McKervey being a former champion. You just went for it straight away.
Yeah, I know I've had it, but I should have been here a long time. But it's just to I've got my confidence back. I'm with the right people. I've got people helping me out now in my boxing, and hopefully that showed tonight.
No, so you look very confident from the off.
Yeah.
The finishing punch, well, the finishing 2 knockdowns.
Yeah.
Big left hooks. You know, in your record, you're not known as a puncher, are you?
No, well, the last 3 fights I've had, I fought with a broken hand, like, which I don't know if people know, like, but I've just boxed, but I've got the rounds in. I knew it was a 10-rounder, so I paced myself. I didn't go out for the knockout, but it just come. With my team, I said, relax, he comes forward, use your jab, and basically I stuck to that plan, and then it just come. It's my right hand felt clapped on his chin.
You look absolutely fantastic, in fantastic shape. You look big for the weight, you know. Did you make the weight easy?
I've done the weight right, really. I boxed at like 11.5 stone, 12 stone, things like that. But like now I've got my diet right, I've got my weight right. I've done it perfect yesterday, weighed in 10.7. I felt strong. Today I'm still only walking around in at 11 stone, and I feel strong as a bull.
The future certainly looks bright for you. You know, the British welterweights are going to be a bit aware of you now, aren't they?
Yeah, well that's it. Hopefully that's sent a sign out. So there might be in the new year now. There might be something. I'll see what Harold's got for me and PJ. See what that can work at in the later on in the new year.
Let's bring PJ in. You must be delighted with that performance.
Fantastic, wonderful. He deserves it. He has turned himself around and he has trained really hard. He swapped his technique, he swapped everything, and he's done everything we've asked him to do. And backstage tonight, we said certain things for him to do, and I wasn't sure he could do it, but tonight he proved he could. Well done to him.
At top level, you need to be a puncher, and he's certainly shown tonight. He's got the tools to go all the way, hasn't he?
He's got a dig on him. He was always a little bit wild before. Now he's calmed down. He's got the dig to go with it. He's becoming the complete article. He's not there yet, but I'm sure with time he will be.
I think interesting to say he's not there yet. He's had 9 fights. So what's the plan going forward?
Well, the plan going forward is Seal step into the ring with him. See who's got what needs to be. You know what I mean? Let's go out there. I mean, there's a few things around the corner. There's a few things we can do with him, but yeah, there's bigger fights to come for this lad, and you're going to see a lot more of him.
Right, congratulations tonight. Well done.
Thank you.
Tremendous. Well done.
Yeah.
Cheers, Mick.
Cheers.
Right, well, as we say goodbye to the new champion, it's just about time for us to say goodbye to you on YouTube and Hatton TV. It's been a fantastic night here in Walsall. A worthy new Midlands area champion we have as Jason makes his way back to his dressing room. Mickey, you enjoyed the evening?
It's been fantastic. We've had 3 great fights. Nice to see Martin Gethin come back after that long injury. But I'll tell you, the last fight we've seen, credit to that young man. I think we're going to see a lot of Jason Newman in the future. It's been a really good night.
And it just shows again that these small hall venues can put up some terrific entertainment, can't they?
Listen, that's the life and blood of British boxing. PJ's put another great performance tonight. We've seen it recently in London. These small hall shows are the bread and butter for these fighters coming through, learning fighters, getting them on the ladder. Like Jason Welborn, he could end up fighting for a British title now, by being put on in his local area.
Okay, well that's just about it from Walsall. Don't forget that anytime you want to tune in for live boxing shows or all the best boxing news, keep it at www.hattonboxing.tv. But for now, from Walsall, good night.